Welcome back, animal lovers, to Awakening with Your Animal Family. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Schoen, and it's a joy today to talk to you about something that you can take home and start doing as soon as this episode's over. And this is about creating the energetic field of connection with you and your animal friends. And we're actually going to go through the basics of that today, how to do it. And then we're blessed with having Amanda Masters, the co-founder of the entire network, with me today. And Amanda is going to guide us through a guided meditation to help all of us create that energetic field, that heart connection that we all know about and we do subconsciously, but this way we can actually start doing it consciously every day and every moment. So Amanda has received different questions from our viewers based on some of the previous discussions and other episodes on creating healthy fields of energetic connections with our animal friends. So I'll turn this over to Amanda to talk about some of these questions, and then I'll be responding to them.
Woohoo! I'm so excited to be here with you today, Alan. You know, I absolutely adore you and your work as a true pioneer, as you always have been in terms of animals and our animal connection here on the planet. I just want everyone to know out there, as the co-founder and co-owner of Awake TV, Dr. Alan Schoen is really starting the animal aspect of Awake TV network. So he's essentially heading up as the lead veterinarian, the animal aspect of Awake TV network. And his pioneering work now is talking about the human animal connection through the heart space, which is absolutely essential to our bringing more peace to this planet, bringing raising the vibrational frequency of consciousness on our planet, and allowing people to understand the importance of the human animal connection. Really, really, it's at the leading edge of the awakening experience. It's at the leading edge of bringing more love to this planet, bringing people into resonance, like talking quantum physics and alignment in terms of energetic fields, bringing people into resonance and understanding the importance of the connection to all living things on this planet, right? I'm sure there's many of you out there watching right now that are fans of Dr. Schoen, as well as love your animals. I've seen now more than ever before people treating their animals as their children, their babies, and understanding that they're not just their pets, they are their equals in terms of wanting love and respect and being taken care of and connection. So I just want to say, and Dr. Schoen, thank you so much for inviting me on your show today. And we are here at Awake TV Network in infinite gratitude for our partnership. So I just wanted to say that before moving forward.
Great. Well, thank you again. It's such a joy, and I love the interaction of when you and I but co-create and play together with these episodes. And, you know, in some of the earlier episodes, I was discussing healthy versus unhealthy fields, from pulsed electromagnetic fields to Wi-Fi and electromagnetic fields. And we talked about how we can protect ourselves from unhealthy electromagnetic fields. And I recommend, if any of you missed those episodes, to go back and look at those, because there are some good, you know, like connections. There's a fantastic ebook by Lloyd, who I interviewed on the last one, about electromagnetic fields, and that's so important in creating a healthy field. And before that, we interviewed Dr. Roland McCready, who's a scientist behind the Heart Math, who is where they're able to document and measure the electromagnetic fields coming off our hearts and animal hearts and how they're interacting. So all of these are the beginning foundations for what I call the trans-species field theory and the compassionate field theory. And these are the theories I first introduced to the public in my book, The Compassionate Equestrian, and I'm working on a small animal version of that now. And it's things that we all know subconsciously as animal lovers. For instance, in my first book for the public, Love, Miracles, and Animal Healing, in the cover, it shows my dog, cat, and my neighbor's horse, and
Mhm.
creating fields of connection, of heart connection, of loving heart connection. And where I'm connecting, and I think where Amanda and where all of Awake TV is connecting to, is a whole new reality about how critical, how vital is the world is shifting and changing so fast right now. The heart connection between all beings, to me and to many people, is the gateway to creating a happier, healthier, more harmonious world.
Perfect. That's beautiful. And actually, we have a couple of questions from audience viewers of your past shows. So the first question I want to ask you is, can you briefly explain the difference between some healthy fields and unhealthy fields and what they are?
Hey, that's a great question. Going back to the last episode, we talked about electromagnetic fields and the harmful effects of Wi-Fi, cell phones. You should never have your dog speaking on their cell phone. Okay. No.
Yeah.
um, that these are emitting harmful electromagnetic fields, and the science is there. This isn't some woo-woo. If you read the fine print of all the cell phones, it's saying don't hold it so close. And then I gave examples in the last episode of clients where I found the animals were having deleterious effects from smart meters, where people were, got brain tumors from cell phone towers being put on top of their apartment buildings, things like that. So those are harmful fields. Now, another example of a harmful field, and then we'll focus on healthy fields, is in my veterinary practice, when I first started realizing that these energetic fields were around, I'm going back 35 years now, before we had labels for these fields, before we understood the quantum physics of these fields,
Hmm.
before we understood the new biology and the neuroscience and all of these of how we create these fields, I would always feel them in my animal hospitals or at the horse barns or at animal shelters. So for example, okay, many of you can feel that. Like I would go, say, to a horse barn, and there were some horse barns, God, I would look at the beginning of my schedule of the day and go, oh, yay, I'm going to this barn, because everyone was happy there. The riders were happy, the trainers, the horses were happy, the grooms were happy. There was nice, positive, cheerful music playing, and everyone was happy. And the horses had their ears forward, and they loved being touched and groomed. And then I would go to another barn, or I saw at the beginning of the day, oh God, I'm going to this barn. And I'd go there and they'd be playing really angry music. Okay, I don't want to put labels on what type, but you all know, heavy with very dissonant, not harmonious sounds. And the grooms would be angry and cranky. The horses would have their ears back. They wouldn't want to be touched. If they saw people, they would go to the corner of their stall rather than coming forward and just walking out. And the trainers were angry. The clients, the riders were angry. Everyone was complaining. And you could just feel the heaviness in that barn. So go to small animals, and I would see the same when I'd go into different animal hospitals. And some of them, yeah, everyone was smiling. The receptionists were positive. The doctors were happy. And the clients were happy. Everyone was happy to see each other. And the dogs were wagging the tail. The cats were purring, and it felt great. And I always made sure to do my best to create that sort of field consciously when I was in with the animal. And I would start saying this at the beginning of every day. And this is something that you can start every day in starting to create this healthy energetic field. Is I take 10 minutes at the beginning of my day. I like to take longer, but because I'm so busy all the time, what they've found based on neuroscience is even a minimum of 10 minutes a day of starting your day with some quiet, with some breathing, bringing yourself back centered into your heart center. And Amanda will guide us through a wonderful meditation on that later in the show. But if you just simply slow down your breath, go inside, and then bring in the intention of, may I be of benefit, may I be a blessing to all beings. And you can create the right words that work for you, but it's creating an intention in, as HeartMath said a few episodes ago, in your heart mind, your heart brain, as well as your mind brain, and connecting those two. And there's the neuroscience behind it. There's a heart brain. There are actually cells in our heart that actually fire just milliseconds before getting to the brain. And by bringing that intention in, you're stimulating that connection right away. So those are examples of unhealthy fields when we're grouchy or miserable. And, we wake up and our dog might be barking at something, or our cat might be pissed that another cat's in the neighborhood or something. And you're starting off your day wrong. The great thing is, even when you may start the day in a relatively, what we call unhealthy field, the awareness of just catching yourself in that moment and saying, okay, my dog's barking at the neighbor's dog, or barking at something outside, or my cat is pissed and hissing at something. You say, actually, I'm choosing in this moment to change that and create a healthy field. The key is that moment of awareness of catching yourself. And it isn't that we're always positive as soon as we wake up in the morning. Many of us aren't. We're thinking of our to-do list, or we've had an unpleasant dream of our to-do list or whatever. But the key is, how quickly can we catch ourselves and switch from an unhealthy thought, an unhealthy feeling, to a healthy, harmonious one. And in that moment, we have the ability to consciously change from the examples I gave of unhealthy fields to healthy fields.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And it is about that transformation, right? It's about that alchemy happening, where you have the opportunity and choice to shift the field in which you are creating. Right. So I love how you're bringing this into the context of your animals and the animals that are around you, and understanding that it's important for let's say the whole household to experience a loving vibration, or a veterinary clinic, or a barn, or whatever it may be, because that is really what creates this rippling effect of vibrational energy and frequency that is so important. Another question is, you proposed your theories, the trans-species field theory and the compassionate field theory, in your book, The Compassionate Equestrian. How did you come up with these theories?
These are great questions from the audience. Thanks for bringing them up, Amanda. Mm-hmm. Essentially, it's from my 35, almost 40 years of experience in veterinary practice. And again, seeing that, wow, I know these things are happening, I feel it, but how do we have language for it? So over the last 20 years, one of my other passions has been studying consciousness and the integration of the latest in quantum physics, the latest in neuroscience, the latest in the new biology, the latest from HeartMath on electromagnetic fields, and reading about them, and then having all these epiphanies, these aha moments. This is the field that I've been experiencing, we've all been experiencing for so long, that we didn't have answers for. Now, thanks to all the new studies and everything, we do have this. So as I studied these different approaches, what I call the different pillars for my theories, for the trans-species field theory and the compassionate field theory, the pillars are, number one, HeartMath, measuring the electromagnetic fields coming off our heart. And we've discussed that, and we'll actually have other episodes going into more detail on that. And you can go to my website. There are links now to the HeartMath Institute, where you can get their HeartMath biofeedback app that you can just hook to your ear. And through the app, you can see the field that you're generating and you're creating. And then when you change your intention and you change your breath, it shows how that field actually changes. And so that's one of the pillars that I came across saying, oh, this validates what I've been feeling. The second one is based on the latest in neuroscience from the University of Wisconsin Neuroscience Lab and the Mind Life Institute and the Center for Investigating Healthy Minds at the University of Wisconsin. And they were all created by an amazing neuroscientist, Dr. Richie Davidson, who I did a think tank workshop with over 20 years ago, where they brought Richie representing neuroscience to, along with some quantum physicists from Cornell, along with a Tibetan Rinpoche who has been teaching the science of meditation, and then with a few hundred scientists in the audience, I was one of them, and where they would be, during the day, we'd receive training on creating that intention, that energetic field in our hearts and our minds. And then every evening, either the neuroscientists or the quantum physicists would be explaining the science behind it. So what Richie did was, when he was getting a lot of criticism from skeptics saying, okay, maybe these Tibetan monks who've been meditating for eons, sure, their brains change under functional MRIs, and you can see that. What about everyday people? So he took freshman college students from the University of Wisconsin, and I talked about this briefly in an earlier episode, but what he did was he did functional MRIs on them at the very first day of freshman week. And then he divided them in two groups. In one group, he just let the freshmen. The other group, he went and said, focus on the intention of feeling compassion for all beings, just for 10 minutes every day. And at the end of 2 weeks, he remeasured their functional MRIs. And the ones that just focused for just 10 minutes a day and just for 2 weeks, the areas in their prefrontal cortex in this part of the brain lit up as being so much happier. The areas of happiness showed much brighter. So that was the second pillar of my theories, the transspecies field and the compassionate field. The transspecies field is when we're not conscious and we're just interacting, and everyone, say in an animal hospital or an animal shelter, is just doing their thing and thinking of maybe not having the best day and being irritable and anxious and angry. And I've seen animal hospitals, my old animal hospital, when people weren't feeling their best, and they were bringing that to the animals in our patients, and then the patients would be reacting more. And then when I guided my staff on training them to be more compassionate, to focus like that, they started their day like that. And then they found that their responses to the animals were better, and the responses of the animals to them was much more harmonious. They weren't as reactive. So that was the second component of my theories. And then the third component is the quantum field, what the intention, our intention has on the quantum field, the space between our thoughts in that quantum collective consciousness that happens. And like Max Planck, one of the top Nobel Prize winning quantum physicists, he said, and he's quoted quite a few times as saying, as much as I look at all of this, the essential basis for all of this is consciousness for all these fields. And Nassim Haramein, he will be getting a Nobel Prize, I'm sure soon, for he's addressed all the questions from Albert Einstein's theories, and he's came up with his unified field theory, again saying that consciousness is the foundation for it. So as all these brilliant quantum physicists are saying, we create this quantum field, and it starts with consciousness and it starts with our intention. When I realized that and appreciate the science behind that, I brought that in as one of the other pillars for my theories. And finally, the new biology that Bruce Lipton talks about, that Joe Dispenza talks about, that what all these intentions and creating this mind field of loving kindness and compassion, what that does to our biology, releasing oxytocin, releasing endorphins, bringing all the different happy, healthy neurochemicals, neurotransmitters alive in us versus the stress of cortisol and the stress of every day. When you bring all of that in, starting with our thoughts and intentions, impacting on the quantum field, that then creates the happy, healthy neurotransmitters and neurochemicals, then we can start with that, creating this healthy field by just focusing on that for just 10 minutes a day. And so that's how my theories of transitioning from the trans-species field, when we're all just interacting unconsciously, to bringing it to an awareness, a consciousness, and it becomes the compassionate field. And then from there, we can take that out to our entire world. And I think, Amanda, you were mentioning there were some other questions about that from the audience.
Yeah, in terms of radiating this energy. So along those lines, can you explain your thoughts on creating a global field of animal lovers to help create a healthier, happier, and more harmonious society?
Yes, that is actually one of my main purposes when you invited me to have a show on Awake TV. I thought, I don't want to just have another show on healthy animals and this and that. It's being done. And who I am, I don't enjoy doing things that have been done already. Let someone else who's doing that do that. I like creating things that don't exist yet. And that's why I've been such a pioneer in holistic integrative animal health care for all these decades. So what I realized was that there's so much power and energy in the healing power of the love of animals and of animal lovers. And you hear about this all the time. And I saw it in my practice all the time. I said, wow, if we could just harness that, everyone coming together like that, then what a powerful force field that would be in creating, say, another perspective on creating a healthier, happier, more harmonious society versus the more divisive society that we're seeing these days. And so with that, I started coming up with these ideas. And then as I connect, and like I said in the first episodes in the introduction, this is Dr. Schoen, unmuzzled, unbridled, and unleashed. As I connect to the bigger picture of the collective consciousness, the quantum field, what's showing up to me is the importance of harnessing that power through this show, Awakening with Your Animal Family, and through the entire Awake TV network, of creating a global intention and a global family of saying, yes, let us all put this energy together and create, through the love of animals, that power of the heart connection, create this throughout the world. So what came to me the other night was, I was asking the universe, the beyond, all the
What
labels
are you calling this?
okay, what do I call this? And what came to me was, call it the acronym CALM, CALM, standing for the Conscious Animal Lovers Movement.
Beautiful.
Okay, so because everyone who's watching this, you are a conscious animal lover. And so many people in the audience say, oh, I get that, I am, but what can I do? I want to make the world a happier, healthier place for all beings. I love what you're saying. What do we do? Well, this is the invitation, okay? I'm wanting to co-create with all of you calm. And that's what animals do for us. They bring us to a state of calmness. So this acronym is really perfect. And by coming to this state of calmness and tranquility and harmony and happiness, we get healthier and happier. Our animals then pick up on us, because this is something that's well documented now. I've been writing about in my books since 1995, is the animals, if we're in stress, they're in stress. And we create, that's one of the unhealthy fields, a
Yeah.
stressful
So
field.
how do you, let me ask you this, how do you create this in your home? So someone listening right now, how do we begin to create?
Great question. So the first step is, before we go out to the world and create this, is creating it in our homes with our animal friends. And the first step is what we're doing right now. First, to bring the awareness. Key is awareness, and say, yes, I want to create a conscious, loving, kind, connecting, energetic field with my animals, which I do, but I want to bring it up even more so now and deepen that connection. So number one is being aware of it, okay? Number two then is like what HeartMath was talking about, breathing, okay? And connecting our breath with the thought. So, and this is what they were doing at the University of Wisconsin Neuroscience Lab. So you can just slowly take in a deep, slow, deep breath through your nose and feel that breath coming into your heart, and feel your heart and feel the love of that, with the intention of creating and being loving kindness and compassion for all beings. Then, as the Harvard, at their Mind Body Institute, the research there is showing the next step is, when your mind might go into, okay, I'm creating this, and then, oh, but wait a minute, I have to go here, I have to go there, oh my gosh, I'm late. When those thoughts come in, go back to step one, breathe and bring in the intention. Again, it's as simple as that. And you just keep on repeating that, and that will take you into a deep, peaceful, quiet state in your heart and throughout your whole body. And there are different exercises, which I'll ask Amanda to guide us on one shortly, is the more you do that intention, the more the ripples coming off your heart start radiating and creating this field of loving kindness, compassion, peace, harmony, and happiness. And then as you're doing that, what I always found was, when I was doing that at the beginning of my day, my dog and my cat would just come over to me. At first, my dog might drop, my rescue golden retriever might drop his tennis ball on my lap and say, okay, let's play. And then he goes, oh, no, he's being quiet. And then he would just lie down next to me and put his head either in my lap or down below. And my cat would come over and just get into a quiet state and start purring. And the field would be created. They know about this field. They want to be in the field. And when I've guided clients like this, they say, absolutely, my animals start doing the exact same thing.
Beautiful.
So it's creating that field first in yourself, then feeling it with your animal friends, and then throughout the day, say, bring in the intention, might be a benefit, a blessing to all beings, and take that field in every interaction with every being throughout the day, and you will be amazed how your day shifts and how you radiate that out to the world, and how your world and your worldview changes, and how you can be a benefit. So if that makes sense to you, Amanda, I would invite you. You do such amazing guided visualizations and everything. If you would like to share how you do it, and with our viewers.
Yeah, I mean, I do a process, I call it a theta brainwave guided meditation, and I bring people to the core of Mother Gaia. So it's that rooting and connection to the energy of the core of Mother Earth that really expands out in all directions. So we can just do a brief, couple minute grounding meditation to, in this space, create the field. So thank you for the invitation. Dr. Schoen, thank you very much. So I want you to begin by taking breaths deep into the belly. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your head. Take a deep breath in. Filling your belly completely. Exhale. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your head. This time, as you take a deep breath in, I want you to inhale white light. Take a deep breath in. Inhaling the higher vibrational frequencies of light consciousness. Exhale. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your head. Just move your body around a little bit, just allowing that energy to calm. With that being said, I want you to imagine yourself as a beautiful ball of light energy floating right out in front of your heart chakra. This beautiful ball of light energy, we're going to connect to the core of Mother Earth and up to creator space. We're going to bring it in through your solar plexus, sacral chakra, root chakra, upper legs, knees, lower legs, feet, down through the floor, down through your earth chakra, down through the crystalline caves, all the way down to the core of Mother Earth. As we enter the core of Mother Earth, your beautiful ball of light energy expands out in all directions, connecting in with the ancient tree root system of Mother Gaia, as all the tree roots are interconnected through Mother Gaia. Also, the sacred springs of water flowing through Mother Gaia, now connecting into your energy system, your field, as you are rooting like that of a tree into the core of Mother Earth now. As we're sitting in the core of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, this beautiful white light energy around you, these animals begin to appear. Lots and lots of animals of Mother Earth, all different kinds of animals. And we're talking giraffes and elephants and lions and dogs and birds and all different creatures of different species, bears, owls, all these beautiful beings and all these animals that are people's pets coming into form now, all different kinds of, hawks and eagles and leopards and all different kinds of beautiful beings. These animals are coming here in support and collective of creating this field for all of Mother Gaia. We're now creating this energetic field of higher vibrational frequency of consciousness for all the animals of this planet, as well as that includes us. We are an animal species here on this planet. So it's us connecting into the oneness of all that is created and all of the animals and humans here on this planet, allowing this vibrational frequency to flow up through your being. We're going to bring this beautiful ball of light energy that is you back together again. We're going to bring it up from the core. We're going to bring it up through the crystalline caves of Mother Gaia, up through your earth chakra, up through the floor, feet, lower legs, knees, upper legs, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye, crown chakra. Breaking up through the crown chakra, we're going to move up through the planes of the universe to connect with Creator. Move up through white light, dark light, white light. We're going to move up through what I call the rainbow band of colors, or universal laws of energy, into iridescent white light. We're now sitting in this beautiful space of higher vibrational frequency in the oneness. I like to call it creator space. We have created this field of energy and love and light consciousness. As we open our heart space, I want everyone listening now to place your hand on your heart. And I want you to be aware of your heart space, your heart chakra. And I want you to take a deep breath in, bringing light through that heart chakra. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the heart chakra. Exhale. As we open this field of consciousness, we now set intention to bring in the vibration of peace and love and oneness with the animals of this planet, as our hearts are all interconnected in the oneness, setting a field of high vibrational frequency of love consciousness around this beautiful planet that is our home, which is Mother Gaia. Embracing her with our love, holding hands around the planet now in love consciousness, holding her in the highest vibrational love and light. A beautiful cylinder of light now opens below you as you're up in this much higher vibrational frequency. It's almost like you've moved up vibrationally like that of an elevator. As this beautiful cylinder of light opens, you look down, you can see yourself sitting in the chair you're in or laying on the bed or wherever you're at. You can see yourself down through the cylinder of light. We're going to jump back into the cylinder of light. We're going to come down through the cylinder of light back into the physical body. Now we're coming back into the physical body. We're going to come down in through the crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, root chakra, upper legs, knees, lower legs, feet, connecting all the way down to the core of Mother Gaia. She also loves this energy. We're bringing your energy back into the physical body now. I want you to begin by rotating your ankles, your wrists, your neck and head, allowing yourself to ground your energy back into the physical body. Rotate your ankles, neck, wrists, everything. And when I count from 5 to 1, I want you to come back into the physical body. You're going to wake up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wake up, open your eyes, come on back, landing back into the physical body. As we have now come back into our physical vehicle, having created this field of loving intention. How are you doing?
Yum. Thank you. And what a beautiful example of guiding us through connecting to the all that is in the heart and the heart connection with all loving beings, whether it's the koalas and the kangaroos from Australia or the endangered species all over the world, to our loving dogs, cats, birds, reptiles, turtles, horses, all of them. Wow. I could feel all of them in the field.
You brought them all through.
Yeah, well, we all did. I mean, that's the co-creation of what I'm seeing happening and unfolding. And what I'm foreseeing, what's been coming to me is what's being created right now is in this movement is developing an online certification, whatever you want to call, on being an ambassador of calm.
Yeah, so Lori Hart asked the question, she says, I would love to be a part of the Calm Conscious Animal Lovers movement. So how do we do this? Where do we go from here? How do we get started?
Well, great. Thank you, Lori, for asking. You can email me at my website at schoenoffice@gmail.com. And because I know you've been emailing with during some of the episodes, and thank you. And let's connect. And I will share with you how to start doing this, because that's what's coming through, is that it isn't me, it's coming through me, okay? And that each and every one of us wants to, well, not each and every one, but many of us want to become these ambassadors of calm. And we can actually change the collective consciousness. So contact me and I will let you know, because this is being co-created as we speak, okay? It isn't like a pre-planned thing. I have all the ideas are coming through, and how to train us so that we can be these ambassadors of loving kindness, compassion with the animals. So we can do that. And as we end this session, I have a nonprofit foundation. And years ago, when it was under a different name and under a different foundation, they had a fundraiser for me. And one of the things in the auction was this amazing singer-songwriter, Alex Forbes, who's a professor of singing and songwriting at Columbia, I think Columbia or NYU, one of the others. And anyway, someone bid for her songs and to be written about their animals. But as a gift to me, Alex wrote a song based on my book that I had written at the time, Kindred Spirits, How the Remarkable Bond Between Humans and Animals Can Change the Way We Live. And we're going to end this session, this episode, where you can hear that. And it's also on my website, so you can download it and hear it as often as you want if you resonate with that. And that will bring us back, just as Amanda so beautifully brought us back from this deep, profound meditation back into our bodies. This will bring us, start connecting that field. And then all of us as kindred spirits, I invite all of you to embrace and see, as Lori was saying, I want to be part of this. Let's co-create this, okay? Because it isn't about me. It's coming through me, but it's about all of us creating this field that with all the animals, because they're asking us, they all want to be loved. Love is a foundation, all that corny stuff in the Beatles song, all we need is love. It's all true. And so as animal lovers and with the heart connection that we have with them, we can create through that loving heart connection with our animal friends and our animal family, we can help create this more harmonious world.
Beautiful. It's really, I'm feeling so much love in this space and such a dedication to this work. And Lori says, absolutely, she will contribute however she can and do some of the groundwork. She's really, really excited. So that's wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Lori. I look forward to connecting.
Yeah, a lot of our viewers are definitely into it. So I think it's going to be just a beautiful birthing. It's something that has come through you. Like you said, you've just been downloading like crazy lately, and just all this information and in terms of importance, of creating this loving, harmonious field of alignment on our planet.
And it's in such harmony with the whole theme of Awake TV. When I first saw your logo, raising the vibration of humanity, I went, oh my gosh. And the animals are a key part of that. And it's coming through me to help facilitate that through Awake TV. So again, I'm eternally grateful to you and John for inviting me on.
Well, we are definitely in heart harmony.
Yeah.
In alignment here, and you bring this whole monumental piece of inviting all the species of our planet to connect in harmony and alignment with the awakening that's happening. It's not just us awakening. We are an animal species, so that means the other animal species are also awakening. And really, people talk about all the time how our animals are like our angels. They are truly unconditionally loving. They don't know anything else. Our beloved animals and pets that we have at home, although I like to call them, animal friends like you do, and not just my pet,
Yeah, they're beyond pets.
They're beyond pets.
We'll talk about everything you said about I'm seeing the more I connect with animals at that level, the more they awaken. Their consciousness evolves with our consciousness. When we say we connect to a horse, a dog, a cat, a wolf, the peacocks that I share my property with, and the deer, when I connect with them from a different state of awareness and consciousness in me, they look at me and they start evolving. And that's a whole other episode. Okay, I know we're running short on that, but we'll talk about that in another episode, how our awakening impacts on the awakening of consciousness in all the other species. But with that, No,
what's the homework for the week?
Yes, so the homework for the week is everyone practice creating that field in yourself, then with your animal friends that you share your home with.
Mm.
Start with that. If you're feeling like, wow, I'm doing that, that's great. Then take it to the next step and have it radiate out to everyone you meet that day.
Beautiful.
And the homework is give me feedback for next week, and we'll start sharing some of that feedback to continue this co-creation.
Beautiful. Stunning.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Amanda, for guiding us with such a beautiful example of the type of intention setting to create this amazing heart connecting, creative, energetic, healing, loving, harmonious, healthier, happier field.
You're welcome. It was my honor. And I want to mention Celine. Celine Roll says, "Me too, Alan. Awesome to bring your calm intention to us." So she says, "I'm in."
Okay, thanks, Celine. Yeah, it's great. And you and Lori, this is the beginning. We're in the beginning of something that's going to be so
a massive
big.
movement. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's massive. It is.
Yeah, I just saw this week. I mean, it's all starting to happen. And I'll share more about this, but the largest viewership on Reddit, and I'm not a techie person, I didn't even really know what Reddit is, but they said their largest viewership, they have 19 million people contributing to just positive comments and positive pictures about their animals and about
19 million.
So, and that is an untapped force that we can change this world through. So Lori, Celine, we're all the beginning of this, and we're going to see it happen before our very eyes, moment by moment now. Thanks to Amanda and Awake TV.
Beautiful. I think you want to share something very special to end the show today.
Well, gosh, it's beyond words. I'm just so grateful and thankful to all of you, and that we are creating this. And I just see, there's, people call some of my terms Alanisms. And instead of brainstorming, I talk about brain blossoming. And I see all this creation coming from our third eyes, like the petals of a lotus opening up into this brain blossoming of creation of having the human animal bond be a key component of creating and healing our planet and healing all of our hearts. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you have any other last thoughts or comments, Amanda.
I want to say that I just think you're a phenomenal being, and your soul chose to come here to make a huge difference in this world for our animals, and to understand that we're all connected, as we are also part of the animal species. So thank you. I'm really excited about that. And I believe there's a song that you want to close with.
Yes. So this is a song that was written by Alex Forbes, the singer-songwriter, about my work 20 years ago. And this is what we're going to end with. And you can listen to it and you can download it from my website. And it's called Kindred Spirits. And on my website, I have written down the lyrics. And so listen to it, take it in, see what it does within you, how you interact with it, and let me know and share that as well. So thank you.
Are we going? Are we doing the song? Are we saying goodbye?
Yes. Bree will turn on the song now. So
thank you, Bree.
Thank you. May the loving force be with you all.
We'll see you next Monday at 5.
I will be your shelter from the hardest rain. Ease your pain. Let your soul run free. And in return, you'll teach me how to come alive in each other's eyes. There's a promise we will keep. Don't need words, 'cause you already know. In the silence, Listen and you'll hear it. Oh, we're kindred spirits. One true vision, and we're getting near it. Oh, we're kindred spirits. Oh, we're kindred spirits. Walk with me on a journey that we all share, and I'll be there to mend whatever's broken. All of life is yearning for a brand new day. We can find a way to light the great unknown, guided by the love that runs between us. In the silence, listen and you'll hear it. Oh, we're kindred spirits. One true vision, and we're getting near it. Oh, we're kindred spirits. We're kindred spirits. Oh, we're kindred spirits. Oh, we're kindred spirits.